We're at the rear of an old store 21, which has been out of business for quite a long time. People have been in there trying to see if there's anything worth pinching, I suppose. And there's loads of these security tags all thrown around on the floor. So I'm just picking up a couple of them so we can have a look inside them, see what they've got inside. As far as I can tell, they have a coil of wire, and I don't know if there's any circuitry or not. I've walked past here several times. There was originally an enormous box full of them there, but they've obviously been dispersed. So yeah, I'm picking up a couple and we'll take them apart. Just have a look, see what's inside. There just happens to be one right there. Let's see if we can get these apart. First of all, what does it say? Can you read that? Canogo SA, Badour, Belgium, subsidiary of Canogo Corporations, not to be removed without authorization. Patent pending. There's a seam round the edge. So let's try the obvious. Can we jam anything in the seam? No. I mean, obviously they're not going to make it easy for you if it's a security tag. They don't want you to be pulling them apart as you're trying to leave the shop and disabling them. No, that's pretty well fixed, isn't it? It may be a matter of taking it out in the garden, giving it a bit of a tap with a hammer and see what we can do. I'll just try easing my way around the edge of these cutters. It's not suddenly springing open or anything, but there does appear to be an edge to it. You can see that white line forming around the edge. So it might give us an idea of where to work on it. In fact, that edge is coming free, isn't it? Apart from bits flying off across the table, I'll have to go and tidy up later. Looks like we might have achieved entry. Big Clive would be proud of me. Right, I think we've done it. Okay, well, you can see this one was out in the rain. That appears to be whatever it is, no idea. But other than that, it's a coil of wire. Well, that was exciting, wasn't it? Don't know what that is. I've no doubt a quick Google or YouTube search will bring up the answer. Is that a spiral or is that a... Yeah, it's a spiral, isn't that? Well, might as well open the other one while we're at it. Let's see if we can do the same. How about if we use these instead? That's going to pop open now that I've gone part way. No, it's obviously sealed all around the outside edge. Well, apart from the fact I have no idea what that little bit is. But I would guess it does some sort of tuning effect, so that whatever you do to it to make it go off, or this doesn't go off, it makes the alarm go off, it's recognising some sort of frequency or something on there. I am guessing entirely. I'll have a little look on YouTube, see if there's somebody who's actually done this who knows what they're talking about. And if I can find it, I'll put a link in the video description. It's fairly soft metal, no idea what sort of metal it is. But I would guess it's just something to do with a resonant frequency. Something like that. Oh, that's quite soft. Don't see anything written on that. Still, there we go. That's what's inside. And check my video description, see if I put a useful link in there, or if you know the answer, put it in the comments. I suppose I ought to do a resistance measure on it, really. The only thing is, I've already checked it and it's very low resistance. My leads are giving us about 1.8 ohms, 1.7. If I go across this, whatever it is, looks like a capacitor to me, but I don't know. Getting nothing. If we go across the wire end to end, we're getting no difference really to me just connecting my probes together. So it's not a high resistance wire. If we just check this one, yeah, we're getting the same reading, and that reading is the same as I get if I just put my probes together. So that's the resistance of my leads, about 2 ohms. one final thing. I said I thought there was some sort of spring in the top there. Yeah, there is a spring in there, and there's this thing. I know when the security tag is fitted, there's some sort of pin that goes through there, or is it through the other side? Yeah, through there, pin, which must go down into that somehow, and when they're releasing them in the shop, they hold them over a big magnet, which somehow must release it. No idea how that does anything. But yeah, that's in the shop. The other side of it is some sort of pin thing that goes in the hole there, which must be magnetic, I suppose, and that holds it onto the clothes. And then, as I say, they hold it over a big magnet on the checkout to release it, so you can actually take that off. I've just been watching some YouTube videos on the security tags, and this bit out the middle, which latches onto the pin that goes through it, should be in several pieces, and there should be some sort of like ball bearings or something in there that on the pin, on the real one, it's got ridges on it that get held in place by the ball bearings, and you need to release the spring or release the tension on it, and that's what they use the magnets for. But I can't, well, it could well be that these are rusted because they've been in the rain, and that might be why nothing's moving. Yeah, the problem was where it had been in the rain and got rusty, I suppose. That bit's just pulled out when I've given it a bit more effort, and you can see the ball bearings in it now. So when that is pulled into place, those bearings are pushed in, and they would grip onto the ridges if you had the right pin. If that pin had ridges on it, then those ball bearings would go into the ridges and be clamped in place, or clamp the pin in place. And if you can't see what I'm talking about, that's the, there we go. Yeah, so we can see those two ball bearings, and when you can see the taper on that, when that's pushed into there, is it that way around? Oh, I've got it the wrong way around. When they're pushed into there, then the more you pull on it, the harder it's pushed in there, and the harder those bearings, or those balls, clamp onto the little ridge that's on the inside of the ridges that are on the pin. So they go in that way. As you pull it back, those balls grip it. I love this sort of thing, just finding out how it actually works. What I don't understand is this doesn't seem to be magnetic at all. Oh yes, it is. Ah. Well, why couldn't I checked that before. Oh, there's one of the balls. Right, so when they use a great big magnet on the checkout, that pushes that away, I think. Or does it pull it? No, it'd be pulling it, because the spring's on there. It's got to pull it away, hasn't it? To lessen the tension, so that that can come out. Spring's pushing in that way. Put a magnet on it, and you've got to be able to release that tension so that you can pull the peg out. Where's the bits that I've thrown in the bin? Right, that was a spring. I can't find it. It's in the bin somewhere. But there was a spring in there. That was in there like that. The spring was on there, and it was up in there. So somehow spring's pushing that in place. Big strong magnet's got to pull that off to release it, so the pin can be pulled out. And it's those two little balls that would be holding it in place. Can I get that one apart? I don't want to come apart. It's because they've got wet and they've effectively rusted together. But, I had to work quite hard to get it apart. And that one doesn't want to come apart. Oh, there we are. It has come apart. Yeah. So they've corroded in place. Right. So that's the wonders of looking at YouTube. I found a video that showed me how that bit worked. Again, check the video description. There'll be links to these other videos. I'll probably make a little playlist. I'm not encouraging you to steal stuff and showing you how to get these apart. In fact, I'm not showing you how to get them apart. I'm just showing you what's inside this half of it. I'm not showing you the other half.
Thanks for watching. You'll find more information down in the video description. You might like to watch that video up there, and you might like to subscribe over there.